It's 2:37 a.m. I'm jolted awake by the sputtering cough of my old Honda Civic. Except, I'm still in bed, and no one should be driving it. My heart slammed against my ribs as I realized someone was out there, trying to steal my car, but they had no idea I'd rigged it with a little surprise. If you've ever wanted to see karma catch up with thieves in the most unexpected way, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because this is one of the most satisfying late-night revenge stories you'll ever hear. Let's rewind for a second. I live in a city where car theft is basically a rite of passage for criminals, especially if you own an old 90s Honda Civic. Everyone knows they're easy targets. A Slim Jim and a screwdriver. And boom, your ride is gone before you can even say insurance deductible. That's why I'd installed a hidden switch a few months earlier, a cheap little modification, hidden so well that even a pro thief would be scratching their head for hours. But honestly, I never really thought I'd need it. That night, I was dead asleep. One moment, I was dreaming about something I can't even remember now, and the next, I was awake. Just awake. Like my brain knew something was wrong before I did. Then I heard it. The choked stutter of an engine turning over, failing to catch. Again, my pulse spiked. I threw back the blankets, every inch of my skin tingling with adrenaline. My body moved before my brain could fully process what was happening. I yanked open the blinds and looked out the window. Sure enough, the dome light in my Civic was flickering. I couldn't see faces, just movement. Someone hunched over the steering wheel, jiggling something under the dash. Another figure pacing nervously nearby. I didn't feel fear. Not exactly. It was more like a white-hot flash of violation. Like someone had reached into my chest and started rifling through my pockets. Before I even knew it, I was stumbling down the hall in nothing but my underwear. My roommate's doors blurred past me. I crashed out the front door into the night air, lungs heaving. I didn't even think about what I looked like. All I could do was roar. H-E-Y, what the fuck are you doing? My voice boomed down the quiet street. The figure in my driver's seat froze, hands still on my steering column. The other one whipped around like a startled animal, then dashed pandemonium. Both of them bolted out of the car, sneakers slapping the asphalt. They didn't even bother closing the door behind them. They sprinted into the darkness, not once looking back. I stood there, chest heaving, my breath fogging in the cold air. My heart felt like it was trying to punch its way out of my ribs. A second later, I heard footsteps behind me, my roommates. One of them had grabbed a skateboard. Another had a baseball bat. We looked like the world's most unprepared vigilante squad, 3 guys in pajamas and one in his underwear, brandishing household objects at invisible enemies. We stood there, for a minute, scanning the shadows, but the street was silent again. My hands were still shaking. I didn't know whether to laugh or throw up. We started to relax. One roommate clapped me on the shoulder and muttered something about how lucky I was they hadn't gotten it started. But just when we were about to go back inside, woo with the Civic's engine tried again. I swear, my blood turned to ice. They're back, I hissed. Without another word, all 4 of us turned and stomped back onto the porch. This time, I was ready. The guy with the skateboard held it like a club. The one with the bat gripped the handle so tight his knuckles were white. The thieves were in another Honda now, parked just a few feet away. One of them shouted back at us, voice cracking with desperation. Nitrogen monoxide, this is my car. We're just trying to get away, it's my car. I don't know what snapped in me then. Maybe it was the sheer absurdity of it. Maybe it was the insult to my intelligence. I took one step forward, squared my shoulders, and yelled, voice dropping into something dark and guttural. No, that's my car now. That's mine. The guy blinked, mouth opening and closing like a fish. Okay man, he stammered. And then, like a bad comedy routine, they scrambled out of the stolen car and ran. Again, I watched them disappear into the dark, heart hammering. I stood there a long moment, feeling a strange mix of rage, relief, and something else, triumph. We called the police immediately. When they showed up, they checked their car. Surprise it was stolen too. They towed it, probably back to some impound lot, and eventually, I heard it got returned to the rightful owner. And you know what? I never slept more peacefully than I did the next night, knowing my hidden switch had turned a bunch of low-life thieves into the punchline of their own pathetic heist. Standing in the cold night, half naked and defiant, I felt something shift. This wasn't just about a car. Anymore, it was about drawing a line and saying, you don't get to take from me You don't get to slink off into the darkness with my stuff while I stand by helpless. Not tonight. I'd never seen grown men run so fast. And it was glorious. Sometimes justice doesn't come from a courtroom. Sometimes it's just you, your roommates, and a hidden switch that proves you're not as easy a target as they thought. If this story made you smile, hit that like button and share it with someone who believes in standing up for what's theirs. And tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? Don't forget to subscribe for more true stories of karma, justice, and unforgettable payback.